Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. For today's video, I'm going to be actually taking you guys through everything that I do to prep for a pet sitter when I leave for vacation. So I'm actually leaving tomorrow to go out of town for about 5 days. So I thought that I would go ahead and take you guys along with me with everything that I do to prep to leave my 7 guinea pigs and 2 rabbits when I go out of town. So I actually am very lucky to have my boyfriend, who is also my roommate, take care of my pets for me. So there is a lot of stuff that I actually do not have to do because I'm prepping for a pet sitter who already kind of knows my daily routine with my pets and who already knows a lot about their care. So if you're prepping for an outside pet sitter or someone who doesn't regularly take care or see you take care of your pets, there might be a little bit more involved in this process. But basically I'm just going to be showing you guys everything that I have to do to prepare for a pet sitter. So moving to my kitchen, the first few things that I actually have to do are to prep veggies and to prep medication. So I like to prepare all of my veggies pre-bagged before I go on vacation, so it's really easy for whoever's watching my pets to be able to portion my veggies. And then I also have to prep my medication for one of my pets, Stardust, my guinea pig, who is on medication. I like to go ahead and prep all of the syringes beforehand, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, so a couple of things that I like to do when I am prepping medication is to separate the bags into AM and PM to make it easiest for whoever is giving medication. I like to label them for AM and PM. I actually have 2 AM bags and 1 PM bag because some of my AM medication is refrigerated and some is room temperature. And then I also have a huge pack of syringes right here, and these are the ones with the caps. I just bought them off Amazon. They are 1 milliliter syringes with caps. I like to have the caps because that way I know the medication isn't going to like leak out of the syringe into these bags, and it will be, you know, the proper amount when my pet sitter goes to give it to her. And then I usually just go 1 medication at a time and sort of lay out everything. So I'm gonna start with one of her AM medications. I am leaving tomorrow afternoon, which means she needs 4 mornings and 4 nights of medication. So this is the morning medication that is only AM. She doesn't get it in the PM, and it also is stored at room temperature. So these 4 syringes are all that I have to put in this bag right here. And I'm honestly just gonna go ahead and prep myself a syringe for tomorrow morning, so I don't have to measure out anything before I leave. It'll be a lot easier that way. And these just go straight in the bag because she gets 1 of these every day, so it's not too complicated. Now the next morning medication is actually a medication that she gets both in the AM and in the PM. So I'm going to be making 10 syringes of this medication, 5 for AM and 5 for PM. Alright, so that is everything for this medication. For the AM, this is all that goes in this bag. The other AM medication, like I said, is not refrigerated, and this one is, so it's just 5 syringes of this medication. But for the PM, both medications are refrigerated, so I actually will separate them into little plastic baggies by day. So I have to do the second kind of medication that I have right here. So now what I'm going to do is kind of what I was explaining. I'm going to take 1 of each kind of medication that she would need each night and literally just put it in a little baggie. And then all of these little medication baggies just go inside of the larger PM bag here. All right guys, so it is now time to go ahead and prep my veggies for the week. So what I do actually is I don't wash my veggies before I prep them. I know some people prefer to rinse their vegetables off before they portion them, but I find that when they're wet, sometimes they don't really last as long in the fridge. So I actually just ask whoever is watching the pigs and the rabbits to just rinse the vegetables before they feed them. So as you can see here, I have already sliced up one pepper, and what I'm going to be doing is portioning off veggies for each group of pigs and for the rabbits for each day of the week. So for each cage, they will be having their own bag. So I have 3 different guinea pig cages and then my rabbits. So for each day, there will actually be 4 of these small bags of veggies. I was going to do larger bags and put all the guinea pig veggies together, but I realized that I actually bought the wrong size bag, so I only have these small bags. I'm gonna have to portion it by cage, which is fine. It just uses a lot of plastic and a lot more bags than I would like. But honestly, it's too late to go out to the store tonight, so I'm just gonna have to make it work with the little bags. And something that I like to do is to cut little slits into my bag to make sure that the veggies aren't just trapped in a sealed container and there is actually some airflow. I'm not sure how much this helps. I've just always done it, is to just cut some little slits and get some airflow. So on here I am writing which guinea pig cage and then what day I want this to be fed on. And then I also put paper towels in each bag to help absorb the moisture. All right, that is one bag down, and I just have to do this for every single day for every single group of animals. So I have now finished packaging all of the veggies, and they are in these drawers here. So this right here is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then this is Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday evening I should be home again, but I have went ahead and just prepped the veggies for myself just so I wouldn't have to worry about it when I got back. So all the veggies are prepped in here, and then right here is the medication. And then extra veggies are actually right here. I mixed all my leftovers into this box, so we have a little bit left. I don't know if this will last until I come back, but I figured I would try and store it anyway. And then something else that I like to do before I leave is to basically clean all of the animal areas. So I'm going to be cleaning the rabbit area tonight and then a little bit tomorrow morning as well before I head out of town. But I do need to wash this Tohi Hut mat on the bottom. As you can see, they have peed on it. So I'm going to be cleaning and washing the mat tonight because it has to air dry. So it'll probably take all night to dry before I put it back. So I'm gonna wash the mat tonight, and then I'm gonna do the litter boxes in the morning before I leave. All right, everyone, so it is actually the next morning, the day that I head out of town, and I'm about to clean all the cages. I actually did clean Waffle's cage here last night, but I do still have to clean both of my large cages over here. I like to clean right before I leave just to make sure that everything is very fresh so that it doesn't become easily soiled in the days that I'm gone. I do have whoever is pet sitting obviously spot clean and also change out any wet pee pads or anything like that, but I do like to start the vacation with a freshly cleaned cage. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly clean these cages. too far into today's video, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Lubaloo for sponsoring this video. Lubaloo was kind enough to send me this cordless vacuum cleaner to try out and share with you guys today. As I'm sure you all know, with lots of pets comes lots of cleaning, and it's really nice to have a vacuum on hand. This Lubaloo vacuum is cordless and comes with a 5-layer HEPA filter that traps up to 99.99% of dust, mites, and particles. One of my favorite features of this vacuum is that the height is adjustable, so it's easier to store. It also comes with multiple nozzles and was super easy to navigate into hard to reach corners, which I really liked. It wasn't loud at all either, even though it had super powerful suction. I had no issue at all vacuuming up small pieces of hay, dust, and dirt in my carpet. The vacuum was super easy to empty as well, with just one button the bottom pops open. Overall, I really love this vacuum for everyday household use, and it's super convenient that it works on hardwood, carpet, and any other surface. If you're interested in getting your own Lubaloo vacuum, be sure to check out the link in the description box. And a huge thank you again to Lubaloo for sponsoring today's video. All right, so now both cages are clean. They actually came out like really cohesive, and I wish that I was gonna be in town to enjoy them. But at least they're clean now. I also made sure everyone's water bottle is completely filled. And then also, I already gave pellets for the entire time that I will be gone. You can have your pet sitter obviously give the amount of pellets needed for each cage each day, but I like to just go ahead and give them the pellets for the entire time that I'll be gone. Usually they don't eat them in the first day. They will like gradually eat them, except for Waffles. He will probably finish, he's literally laying down eating them right now. He will probably finish his pellets in the first couple days, but that's not really that big of a deal. I just try to make it easier for my pet sitter, and especially with different cages needing different amounts of pellets, it just gets confusing. So I just went ahead and gave them all their pellets for the whole week. Usually they will space them out and pace them out themselves. If not, it's not that big of a deal. But this is it for the pigs. They are actually all set now. They're good for the week. Everything is clean, plenty of hay, and then obviously their pellet bowls are full and their water bottles are full. So the only thing I have left is to clean the rabbit area. Alright, and then one last thing I wanted to show you guys was the water setup that I have when I leave my rabbits. So normally I just have that one bowl for them and I change it twice a day. But when I go on vacation, I like to add a second bowl, preferably one of these gravity water feeders. I find this is really great because it makes sure the bowl is always full and it holds a bunch of water. So I will still ask my pet sitter to change out the other bowl twice a day, and then I just have the gravity feeder as a backup water. All right, guys, so now that all of the prep is completely done for me to leave the pets, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys what my pet care list actually looks like. So I actually have it pulled up right here on my phone. I normally just make it on a Google Doc, but some people prefer to handwrite it, whatever works best for you. So this is sort of just what it looks like. I actually divide it into morning and evening down here, as you can see, and then I also put some important bullets up top. So for me, something that's really important is that whoever's taking care of my pets washes their hands in between caring for the guinea pigs and the rabbits, just to decrease the chances of any disease spreading. So I have that as a general bullet up top as well. And then also something really important, especially if you have exotic animals, is to make sure that you see every animal eating. For me, an animal not eating is the #1 sign that there's an illness or there is something wrong. So I always ask that my pet sitters, when they feed everyone, especially their veggies, make sure everyone is eating. This is very important, and it always says that here, if they are not eating, please call me. You could also choose to include your vet's number on your pet care list. Personally, I don't do that because I always have my phone on me on vacation. So if my pet sitter were to have an issue, they would just call me, and then I would decide to call my vet, or I would decide what they should do. I don't really have them call my vet first without calling me, but some people go on vacations or business trips where they're not able to be at their phone if something were to happen, so including your vet's number might also be a good idea. And then for morning, I have it divided into pets, I have it divided into guinea pigs and rabbits, and I've also highlighted sort of the main things that need to be done. I tend to go into a lot of detail on my pet list, so I like to highlight the sort of overall things that need to be done each morning and evening. So here we can see morning guinea pigs. We have medication, water bottles, and hay. Very simple, but as you can see, there is more description underneath medication for exactly how the medication works, exactly what to do. For her medication, she actually has to fast for 30 minutes before and after, so it's a little bit more complicated. So I have listed here what time she takes her medication, where you can find the medication in the house, and also what to do to administer it. And then the rabbits for the morning is pretty easy. You can just see hay, fresh water, and 1 scoop of pellets. And then evening looks pretty similar to the morning. Again, we have medication. This medication she gets in the evening is a little bit simpler. So again, I have what time to give it, where to find it, and how to administer it. Then I have water bottles, hay, and spot cleans. For spot cleans for the guinea pigs, I did go into detail about what should be done during spot cleaning. And then also veggies, I have here that they rinse before feeding. And then for rabbits, simply more hay, fresh water, and veggies. Then you can also see here that I put to full clean the litter box on Tuesday. So that was sort of the middle of the days that I would be gone. So I just picked the day and asked that he would clean the litter box on that day. And that is what my pet list looks like. So I hope that kind of gives you guys some insight into what you can make your pet care list look like and some of the things that you may need to do to prep to leave your pets for vacation. As always, there is a lot to do when I leave my pets for vacation, and I don't go on vacation very often just because with so many pets and especially having exotic animals, it's just hard for me to leave. Things could go wrong. You never really know with exotics. If they get sick, it can happen very, very fast. So it's always good to make sure that your pet sitter is very aware of common illness symptoms, especially they're not eating. That is a big one for me. I also sometimes ask my pet sitters to send me photos or FaceTime me while I'm away so that I can check in on everyone and make sure that they are okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was helpful and useful. And if you did, please leave a like down below and subscribe to see more of my content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.